Yeah. What did you do before? How long you been here?
I've been here for 7 years.
Yeah.
I cruised on a yacht for 25 years.
Yeah.
Yes, and I
Wow.
cruised. My late husband and I cruised on a yacht from United States, Seattle, Washington, down the coast, through the Panama Canal, did Colombia, did all of that stuff, and it was a lot of fun. Hold on, let me see if my no,
No.
sorry,
No, it's okay.
it was
It's
my
okay.
dog. It's okay.
It's okay.
Anyway, so we did that for 25 years.
For fun or for work?
For fun, but we actually, what we did is we did big dinner dance parties for large resorts.
Nice.
Yes, my husband was a chef,
Nice.
and so he would go into, our reputation was so wonderful that would go into a country or a place, and the resorts would hire us to come in and do specialty dinners and dance shows,
Yeah.
which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm
We,
sure.
we didn't make a whole lot of money doing that, but
That's good enough. Right?
yeah, but I had a husband who was a lot older than me, so I was able to do it. And so when you're married to a husband that's several years older, then you can do certain things.
Like what things?
Like cruise, not have to go to a 9-to-5 job. I mean, he was retired when I was still in my 30s.
Oh, so he is probably 20 years older than you.
More.
More. 30?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, it was just. But he was an adventurous. He was a crazy guy, and so.
So he is retired, which means he already got a financial freedom, right?
Yes. Come here. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
It's my dog.
I guess you just want to play.
No.
No, you just want to look at the people there.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, so I did that. We did that for 25 years of our life. Then we got tired of. There was a financial drain to keep our boat.
Again.
Hey,
Buddy Cop, good morning.
how are you?
Very well.
That's right. Hey guys, this is my friend David.
Hi, David.
there.
Nice to meet you. I'm
This,
Summer.
this is Summer.
Summer. Very
Yeah.
good.
Yes.
Do you want to walk in the park?
Oh, we are actually doing an interview right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Interview.
Yeah. I'm interviewing Susie for her fun lifestyle, right? To inspire more young people like me.
Oh, that's wonderful. She's
Yeah.
great with all that stuff.
Yeah.
Spreading positive words.
Yes.
Well, have fun.
Okay. See you
soon.
later, David.
Yeah.
So after, realistically, after 25 years, it was such a financial drain to us to keep our boat up, and we had seen everything that we wanted to see. We decided to move to Vietnam. We sold our boat, moved to Vietnam. I hated Vietnam
Yeah.
because there was nothing to do there, and the food was great, but there was actually nothing to do there. So I was pissing and moaning and having a fit in this restaurant, and a couple overheard my conversation. They said, "Well, we'll move to Chiang Mai, Thailand." So I did. We did. We packed up and moved to Chiang Mai, and yes, it's been fabulous here.
Yeah. So lots of things to do here.
Lots of things to do here, and
Yeah.
so that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
We like to have fun.
Right.
Yes.
So, what's the biggest lesson? Like, if you can go back to your younger self in your 30s, do you have any advice to give her or maybe to younger people like me?
Self-confidence,
Mm,
self-esteem,
mm,
and standing up for yourself. Yeah. That's the only thing.
That's the one thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Self-confidence, self-esteem. Stand up for yourself. Yeah. Is there any regrets in your life? Like any regrets that you wanna you probably would do it differently if you do it again?
No.
No. Wow. That's great.
Yes. There's things I wouldn't do again, but I have no regrets.
That's great. Like what kind of thing would you do again?
I wouldn't go cruising again
Yeah.
on a boat. I wouldn't do that again.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
And at this present time in my life, would I get married again? Probably not.
Why not?
It's such a big responsibility.
Yeah.
It's a huge responsibility. You know, I love being in love, and I was in love with my late husband for 30 years, and he was absolutely wonderful, wonderful, fantastic. But, you know, he died, and now it's not about compromise for me. It's about me.
Mm.
It's about having fun.
Yeah.
It's about doing what I want to do
Yeah.
without having to compromise in, because a relationship is a lot of work.
Right.
And, you know, but a relationship is fabulous. A marriage is fabulous.
Yeah. But you just said you don't want to get married again.
No, right at this time in my life, I don't.
Oh, right now, yes.
No.
But because you already experienced that.
Right, because I'm having fun.
Yeah.
I'm having fun, you know, and so it's like, it's, you know, when you're with a partner, you're with them and they're, you know, there's two of you and you deal with that. But when you're single, woohoo! You know, I mean, I was married for 30 years and now I'm single and I'm loving it.
Yeah. Yeah, just more freedom.
Yes.
But I'm single. I got a fear of being alone sometimes.
Yeah, you know, my good friend told me.
Yeah.
My good friend who is single also.
Yeah.
He was a nurse for many, many years. And he said to me, he says, most women I know are afraid of not having a marriage or a relationship because when they get old, they have nobody to be there with.
Mm.
You know what he said to me?
Mm.
He says 99% of the time, the man's going to die before you and you're still going to be by yourself.
That's true.
You know? So it was like, you know, I mean, having a marriage and kids, yeah, you have your kids that if anything happened to your husband, your kids would take care of you.
Mm. But you just mentioned your husband also take care of you. You marry a older husband who can provide for you so you can go on cruise, right? Which is also good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, you know, I mean, now kind of the roles have reversed, so it's kind of like, okay, so I'm financially stable,
Yeah.
and I'm attracted to young Thai boys.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, the younger the guys, the better. For the simple fact is, I can communicate with them. They're not into, oh, I love you.
Yeah.
They're not into any of that stuff.
Yeah. Just now it because I feel like when you at different stage of life, you probably have different criteria for looking for a partner. When you're younger, you're probably looking for someone who can provide for the financial stability, right? Who's more financially stable. But when you got the financial stability, you're probably looking for
A fun time.
yeah.
Well, some cute hottie.
yes, that's true, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you had a nice life. You did everything.
Yes, I had a great life, and I'm having even a better life right now. It's fabulous.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, I mean, it's like I turn around and there's people who are like, who are younger than I am. They're like saying, "Oh, I'm so tired. I can't move. I can't do this." And it's like, please get up off your asses and move. Go out and, you know, I mean, I'm very athletic, and so I run every day. I do calisthenics every day. I lift weights every day, and I go for a leisurely walk with my dog 3 times a week. And then
May I know what's your age right now?
42.
42?
You believe that?
Yeah, I
42.
do. You are so energetic.
And, you know, I mean, no, I'm not 42, but I'll tell you what, this is a story.
Yeah.
You know, when women are under the age of 30
Yeah.
and they have multiple partners, they're called a whore.
Mm.
A woman over the age of 50 with multiple partners is called a rock star.
So you're definitely a rock star.
Definitely a rock star.
Mm.
But no, and so it's just keeping active. I play ball 3 times a week, which is, you know, it's a lot of fun.
Mm.
But I have a great big social circle of friends and people I know.
Mm.
And the whole issue in life, and I try to tell people, is smile, be kind to everybody, and and just have a positive attitude.
Yeah. Yeah, even though like you are going through probably hard times in your life, if you are, let's say, if you are facing some difficulties within financial or health or relationship.
Yeah, I've got friends who are in relationships, and it's confusing for me because they say, okay, I'm in a relationship, but a year later they break up, and I'm like, it's really weird. I'm not going to give my heart to somebody and be in love with somebody without having it be a lasting relationship. You know, I mean, it's like, come on, folks. But, you know, they're that way. And I'm not into the drama scene at all. I don't want the drama at all.
I saw you want. I saw you want fun,
Yes.
but no drama though.
No drama, but just fun, you know. But I love to gossip. I mean, there's juicy gossip out there, and it's, of course, you like to hear all this wonderful, juicy gossip. You know?
That's part of fun.
It is, it is. But no, I mean, I tell everybody, you know, I mean, I have a very good friend who was looking for a man. She's a few years older than I am, but she's looking for a man in her life. So I said, okay, come on. I'll take you to some places that you can meet some people. In fact, one of the places is here. And she came, and she wouldn't look at anybody, wouldn't smile at anybody, wouldn't say hello to anybody. And it was like, excuse me, I'm like the little waggy-tailed dog that comes up and says, hi, good morning. You know, because I talk to everybody here.
Yeah.
You know, and so, I mean, that's the whole issue. I have to have a great big circle of friends and a social life,
Right.
which is fabulous to me.
That's great. Yeah.
But, no, I don't like gray hair on women. I don't like gray hair on men.
You don't have any.
I know I don't. I pay good money for this.
Looks great.
You know, but I don't, you know, for some reason people, and when they get older, they have a tendency to just let themselves go. And, you know, I mean, you just don't do that. And so I just, you know, do something with that hair, or do something with, you know, start exercising, or do something.
Yeah. Be active. Be young. I feel like you're even more energetic than me.
Could be.
Yeah. I think you probably have a younger heart than me. Probably. Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? You know?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do.
But you know, you go back to this working thing, and the working thing is, yeah, my gosh, you know, go have fun. I mean, I had the most funnest times when my late husband and I were out there doing shows and doing dinner parties.
And you still make money, right?
We made money out there, yes.
Yeah.
See, I'm a DJ, but
Oh, wow.
I can turn around and I'll be able to. I do private parties here,
Yeah.
but because of the laws in Thailand,
Oh,
I
you
cannot
cannot
charge
work it, yeah.
charge for anything. So I do it all for free, and so to keep myself legal.
I would love to go to the parties.
Well, there's
Must be fun.
several hot spots around here.
Okay.
Fun stuff.
Wow.
So, what's your favorite music?
It's hard to say. It really depends on the mood, I think.
Okay. Dance music.
Dance music. I actually don't have any favorite. I mean, I can go with the flow. I went to Zoe and Yellow. I like it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun, wasn't
Yeah.
it? That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just pop music.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fun too. You don't have to be electronic.
Yeah.
What's yours?
My favorite music is electronica.
Ah.
Yeah, because it's good dance music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must be good.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't. If I'm doing a job, not a job. If I'm doing a free thing for a friend, as far as DJing, I play all their music, and then at the very end I play all of mine.
Mm. I love to see.
Yeah, a lot of fun. A lot of
Yeah.
fun.
So, you basically, yeah, you had done it all, right? Do you have anything you want to do you never done? Like anything you want to do? Like in your life, you actually haven't done it yet.
There could be,
Oh,
you know, I haven't thought about it because I don't think of thinking, oh my gosh, I mean, people say on the bucket list, and I'm saying bucket list. Come on, I mean, I'm just living my life right now in a wonderful state, and so
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, because you have no great regrets in your life, and you always done the things you want to do. You have done, yeah. Your life is fabulous.
it is. I have a great life. I'm happy. You know, we all have our issues in life,
Yeah.
every one of us. But you know, it doesn't last forever. You get over it, and you just go out there and enjoy.
Yeah.
Have a couple glasses of wine and just woohoo.
Yeah, that's the attitude we need to have.
Yes.
Right. Wow, I love it. Yeah. So, is there any difficult times in your life?
The last year, when my husband was alive,
Oh, when
Yeah.
your husband is alive?
when my husband was alive, I watched him spiral the last year,
Oh.
meaning he got worse.
Oh.
Yeah, he wasn't the man that I married.
Oh, okay, people change.
Yeah, and so he was heading the way out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so that was very, very difficult, and very difficult when you know, trying to keep him alive, and that was probably the hardest thing. And I was lucky because I only spent a year of him going downhill, and it wasn't horribly bad as far as what other people go through, like with people with cancer or dementia and all that stuff. And so he just automatically said, I'm not going to be old. I'm not going to be decrepit. I'm not going to be mentally something wrong. I'm going to check out before that. So yeah, one day he got up and he had a heart attack, and that was it. He died, which was lucky for me and lucky for him that he didn't suffer for,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, that was a really difficult time. But like I tell friends of mine that are going through this now, I said, this is the hardest thing you'll ever go through. You know,
I'm sure.
do I want to go through this and that again? No, I don't.
Yeah, for sure. So,
Because the issue isn't like the guy dying. The issue is like you have a strong man out there that's literally been your rock for many years, and then all of a sudden he's not your rock anymore. Now
Right.
all of a sudden he's frail.
right. So, if you can go back to your younger self, any advice for her?
Marry a younger man. Yeah,
Yeah.
marry a younger man.
But the younger man probably cannot provide for you, right? As you mentioned.
You're right.
Yeah.
So you take they take the two things, and yeah, financially he provided greatly for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
But now, like I said, the tables have turned.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know.
Yes. Crazy.
She okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, what?
That's it.
Yeah?
Uh huh.
Yeah, thank you.
No